Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Tuesday edition of Source 16 News. I'm Eddie Owen. Thanks for joining us. An Oak Grove man was life-flighted to Vanderbilt University Medical Center today after falling out of a pickup truck. Clarksville police say 23-year-old Joshua King and his father, 62-year-old Michael King, were delivering advertisements to residences on Elkmont Drive when Michael King swerved his truck to avoid another vehicle and caused Joshua King to lose his balance and fall onto an asphalt roadway. The 23-year-old was listed in critical condition at Vanderbilt as of news time. 3 Murray residents are recovering after being in an injury accident that shut down Kentucky 121 in Callaway County for an hour last night. Officials say 64-year-old Gary Nance was traveling on Kentucky 121 when he stopped to make a left-hand turn and was struck from behind by 25-year-old Bobby Miller. Murray-Callaway County Ambulance Service treated Miller on the scene and then transported him to the Murray-Callaway County Hospital. Meanwhile, Nance and his passenger later received treatment at Murray-Callaway Hospital for minor injuries. State police are still investigating this crash. Well, the Hopkinsville Police Department has released figures breaking down collisions in the community based on the age group of the drivers. Surprisingly, or maybe not, the highest frequency of collisions by age between January 1st and June 6th of this year belongs to drivers between the ages of 16 and 25. And as you'll see, the numbers of collisions by age groups went down in every single instance as the average age got older. Each age group consists of 10 years. Now, leading the list, ages 16 to 25 with 182 collisions during this 6-month period. There were 134 collisions reported with drivers ages 26 to 35, 121 collisions for drivers 36 to 45. And 97 collisions were reported involving drivers between 46 and 55 years old. Now, in the age group 56 to 65, 92 collisions were reported, 48 reports involving drivers 66 to 75. Drivers between 76 and 85 years old were responsible for 34 incidents, and there were 3 accidents reported involving drivers who were over 86 years old. Police said that the majority of collisions are the result of driver inattention, and they urged motorists, especially younger drivers, to drive with more focus and less distractions. Well, the summer heat has brought out a new kind of thief, one that steals air conditioners. In an incident report filed by homeowner David Spain, thieves entered a home at 144 North McPherson Avenue sometime between Thursday morning and yesterday and took a master air conditioning unit and a window unit. Total value of these items taken was around $2,200. Police say the perpetrators entered the home by forcing open the back door and then made off with the items. Well, with recent temperatures reaching well above the 90s, Christian County emergency management officials want to remind area residents that heat kills by pushing body temperatures beyond their limit. According to local emergency management director Randy Graham, in extreme heat and high humidity, evaporation is slowed and the body must work extra hard to maintain a normal temperature. Graham spoke to Source 16 earlier today about the symptoms of heat exhaustion and heat stroke, which could lead to death.
Some of the symptoms for heat exhaustion are the heavy sweating, really weak pulse. Anytime you're outside working, obviously you need to drink lots of fluids, but you know, if you go into heat exhaustion, and a lot of people really suffer that and don't have any ill effects from it, you know, because once they get too hot, they're going to go and cool off, you know, just simply sitting in the shade, drinking water, or going inside where the air conditioning is. But those that don't and don't realize they're, you know, having heat exhaustion can go right into heat stroke. And the difference is, the main difference is you stop sweating.
In addition, Graham spoke to us about how to avoid getting sick from taking on too much sun.
You want to drink plenty of fluids, really stay away from caffeine and obviously alcohol, wearing light clothing, and then taking breaks. You know, those that work outside and work outside all the time kind of grow accustomed to it, and their body gets more accustomed to it than those that are not accustomed to working outside. They go outside, on the weekends and that type of thing, and they overexert themselves and end up getting in trouble.
According to Graham, older adults, young children, and individuals who are sick or overweight are more likely to succumb to extreme heat. Recent rain and flooding may have led to an increased population of mosquitoes. The Christian County Health Department is urging residents to take steps to eliminate possible breeding grounds to avoid mosquito bites, which may cause illnesses like the West Nile virus. Senior health environmentalist Christy Wyatt spoke to Source16 about preventative measures that residents should keep in mind around their homes.
You definitely want to get rid of anything that has standing water, old tires, swimming pools or buckets, things that are holding water. Anything that holds water for more than 2 or 3 days, the mosquitoes are going to breed in it. Bird baths, you need to keep those chlorinated if you're going to keep water in them, or keep them changed out every 2 to 3 days. Keep the water changed out so the mosquitoes don't have a place to breed. Clean out your gutters, get rid of old tires, cans, anything that's holding water. You just don't want any standing water around your house.
Meanwhile, Wyatt also suggests to safeguard your pets from mosquito bites, especially if they go outdoors during the summer months.
You do need to take care of your pets, cats and dogs. Definitely, they can get the West Nile disease, also heartworms from mosquito bites. So you need to follow up with your veterinarian and talk to them about prevention on those pets. They do make several types of mosquito repellents for dogs and cats.
The health environmentalist said there have been no cases of the West Nile virus in several years in Christian County. A former Fort Campbell soldier charged in a fatal wreck last year was sentenced to 18 years in prison today in Christian County Circuit Court. Adalbert Eastway previously took a plea deal with the Commonwealth and pled guilty to second-degree manslaughter in the fatal wreck that claimed the life of 78-year-old Josephine Thomas of Hopkinsville. Court records indicate that on the night of April 2nd, police say Eastway crashed into a car driven by Mary Jeanette White of Hopkinsville on Interstate 24 near the Kentucky-Tennessee state line and killed White's mother and passenger. Governor Steve Beshear announced today Kentucky will receive $4.2 million in a national emergency grant from the U.S. Department of Labor to help create 317 temporary jobs. Beshear says this money will help Kentucky communities rebuild after suffering extensive damage this spring. The temporary jobs it will create will not only benefit current job seekers, but will provide much needed assistance in those hard-hit areas. Now, in addition to creating temporary employment, the National Emergency Grant will help fund cleanup efforts, demolition and renovation, and reconstruction of destroyed public structures. State lawmakers say higher dollar amounts for small claims court cases and the approval of wellness rewards for health insurance plans are among the dozens of new laws scheduled to take effect this week. As of tomorrow, Senate Bill 108 will increase the jurisdiction of district courts in civil cases from $4,000 to $5,000 and the jurisdiction of small claims courts from $1,500 to $2,500. Senate Bill 114 will allow private health insurance plans to offer incentives and awards for wellness programs. And Senate Bill 112 will limit health insurance copays on occupational and physical therapy sessions to no higher than that of a regular doctor's visit. Officials say under the state constitution, most new laws take effect 90 days after the end of the legislative session. Laws that were passed during the 2011 regular session, which ended March 9th, will take effect on June 8th. And even though 4th of July festivities are over a month away, state lawmakers recently passed legislation that allows consumers to buy fireworks known as 1.4 consumer fireworks. Director of Kentucky Division of Fire Prevention, William Swope, wants to remind Kentuckians that people under the age of 18 cannot sell or purchase fireworks, and that fireworks cannot be used within 200 feet of a structure, vehicle, or person. Christian County Public School Superintendent Brady Link announced today he's hired a new director of personnel for the school system. Laura Morris of Pembroke will officially step into her new role July 1st. She's been employed by the school district since 1991 and served the roles of teacher and curriculum specialist, and in 2005 became the principal of Pembroke Elementary School. Morris is replacing Carrie Knight, who is scheduled to retire June 30th after 13 years of employment with the school district. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet has issued an alert to area motorists that will be in effect throughout this week. KTC Information Officer Keith Todd says state contractors will be out mowing across the region. Todd recommends motorists to be alert for mowing crews along major routes like Interstate 24, the Western Kentucky Parkway, the Purchase Parkway, Pennyrile Parkway, Audubon Parkway, and U.S. highways. Several crews reportedly started mowing on Monday. State highway crews will also mow along rural secondary highways in multiple counties. According to Keith Todd, mowing zones require the same level of caution as any work zone, and he says motorists should slow down and be alert as mowing equipment is often required to cross into highway travel lanes. The Kentucky Education and Workforce Development Cabinet says 8 lucky children will have a chance to win $1,000 to go towards college. Officials say in order for the children to be eligible to win, they have to be involved in a summer reading program at their local public library. The Kentucky Department for Libraries and Archives and the Kentucky Education Savings Plan Trust are sponsoring the Destination College Savings Sweepstakes as part of the 2011 Summer Reading Program at participating libraries throughout the Commonwealth. The sweepstakes is scheduled to run until August 19th. And children 18 years or younger are eligible to win. For more information about this program, go to www.kentuckysaves.com or call toll-free 877-598-7878.